190 nominations, 10 categories. There are so many extraordinary women leaders whose stories need to be told, and we are privileged to be able to share some of them today. Presenting the Viva 50. In the tech and R&D space, Monali Bhalerao, engineering leader Eaton, an expert in engineering, product development, and digital solutions, who has mentored and championed women in STEM. Monisha Sharma, therapeutic area head, Southeast Asia, Global Clinical Trial Operations, MSD India, a specialist in pharmaceutical research committed to paying it forward. Seema Malhotra, Senior Manager, Western Digital, a professional with expert technical skills and unstoppable leadership. Shivangi Nadkarni, co-founder and CEO, Arca Infosec Private Limited, an entrepreneur and expert in cybersecurity and data privacy. Soumya Prasad, Senior Technical Manager, IBM India Software Labs, Bangalore, a technology professional developing scalable solutions through AI and leading initiatives for women in tech. Swati Jain, Vice President EXL, a leader who contributed to multiplying the growth of her business division and an active promoter of women in AI. Tanuja KN, Technical Delivery Manager, Acolyte Digital, a leader who transformed organizational process to deliver product quality and customer success. In the academia arena, Aniha Brar, Dean, Young India Fellowship, Ashoka University, a leader who has steered the growth of a unique program and ensured systemic support for women. Chavi Bhargav Sharma, Executive Director and Dean, Manav Rachna Educational Institution, and Trustee and Secretary, Dr. O.P. Bhalla Foundation, a leader who has pushed for policies and programs to include more women in a predominantly male engineering college. Pooja Haldia, Senior Advisor, Center for Social and Behavior Change, Ashoka University, the co-founder of a unique institution leading cutting-edge research and application of behavioral science. Srija Iyer, CEO, Sparkling Minds, an educator using innovative, game-based learning to enable children to become confident communicators and critical thinkers. Urmi Mala Das, Principal, Bal Mandir Public School, an educationist whose approach incorporates emotional intelligence in the teaching learning process to impact on student lives. In the government field, Charu Malhotra, Associate Professor E-Governance and ICT and Coordinator of Center of E-Governance, Indian Institute of Public Administration, a public policy expert with over 3 decades of experience and a focus on the intersection of government, academia, and technology. Deepti Ravala, Chief Executive Officer, WeHub Foundation, Government of Telangana, an engineering professional turned government leader, creating opportunities for women through technology and entrepreneurship. K. Ratnaprabha, former Chief Secretary, Government of Karnataka, a leader who spent over 4 decades in public service, working towards the development of women and children. Seema Jain, Additional Chief Secretary, Rural Development and Panchayats, Government of Punjab, a changemaker whose work in sustainable energy is generating positive environmental impact in Punjab. And now the finance vertical. Anjali Singh, Managing Director, Deutsche Bank, an experienced professional with a keen interest in nurturing the talents of women and creating opportunities for them. Piuli Das, Chief and Appointed Actuary, India First Life Insurance Company Limited, a successful actuary focused on developing products and solutions that promote financial inclusion. Preeti Mohanty, CFO and Executive Director, Ingersoll Rand, a young CFO who is actively working to create opportunities for mothers to return to the workforce. In the manufacturing segment, Suparna Handa, Managing Director, Saritha Handa Exports Private Limited, an entrepreneurial and creative spirit with a clear vision of diversity and inclusion in her field. Sarala Menon, EVP Manufacturing and Product Supply Chain, Colgate-Palmolive India Limited, a successful professional with demonstrated impact within her organization. Aruna Vakulabharanam, Managing Director, Jagannath Packaging, a promising leader in the manufacturing industry with many accolades to her name. In marketing and sales, Archana Venkat, Director and Head of Marketing, Financial Advisory Services, Deloitte India, a published author and recognized leader in the strategic marketing space. Lulu Raghavan, Managing Director, Landor & Fitch, a well-known name in marketing and sales who prioritizes hiring women in senior roles. Rubina Singh, CEO, iProspect India, a visionary in the digital marketing space who has a strong focus on safety, gender diversity, and leadership. Smita Mankad, former Managing Partner, Fab India Overseas Private Limited. Instrumental in putting Fab India on the global map, she developed a supply chain model studied at Harvard Business School and IIMs across the country. Sonia Notani, Chief Marketing Officer, India First Life Insurance Company Limited, an inspiring CXO who emphasizes inclusion and diversity within her team. Tina Garg, Founder and CEO, Pink Lemonade Communications Private Limited, an exemplar in the field of marketing with a keen focus on women-friendly workplace policies. In the field of human resources, Anita Jaipal, General Manager, HR and Employee Experience, Robert Bosch Engineering Business Solutions Private Limited, an established coach, counselor and mentor driving people strategy. Antje Bauer, Managing Director, StrengthMiner Consulting LLP, an entrepreneur and consultant committed to developing women leaders through coaching and mentorship. Anupam Trehan, Senior Director, People and Communities, Cisco APJC Cisco Systems, a leader working on aligning organizational policy and employee development to promote an inclusive environment. Geetika Hans, Head HR, Corporate and Global Functions, Oyo Hotels and Home, an experienced HR professional leading initiatives to reduce the gender gap in attrition and empower women to advance their careers. Gracie Tavamani, SVP Human Resources, Administration, Learning and Development, Kinara Capital, a leader creating inclusive people management processes through data and innovation. Sakshi Kashyap, Vice President, Talent Management and Learning, NatWest Group, erstwhile Royal Bank of Scotland. Spearheading the inclusion agenda in her organization, she contributed to several initiatives to develop and promote women's leadership. In the field of law, N.S. Napinai, Advocate, Supreme Court of India, and founder, Cybersathi Foundation, a pioneer in the field of cyber law, combating misogyny online. Richa Chaudhary, Equity Partner, Trilegal, an established corporate finance lawyer and thought leader in capital markets, securities law, and financing. In social impact, Anuradha Kedia, founder Vikara Services Private Limited, The Better India, an entrepreneur inspiring citizens to live sustainably through solutions-based journalism and e-commerce. Chitra Subramaniam, film producer and humanitarian Hope, a professional engaging in critical initiatives around hunger, health and menstrual hygiene. Hardika Shah, CEO Kinara Capital, an innovator using AI to empower India's MSMEs and promote financial inclusion. Kalpana Sampath, Director EFIL Trust, Ground Reality Trust, Punarnava Ayurved Trust, an academic and educationist working towards improved education, healthcare and social welfare. Payal Nath, co-founder and director Kadam Heart, a social entrepreneur using traditional crafts to create a sustainable income for rural communities. Poonam Bagai, founder chairman Can Kids, Kids Can, a leader building accessible models for childhood cancer care. Pritha Venkatachalam, partner and India director, the Bridgespan Group. Her work to improve public health, rural livelihoods and infrastructure has generated measurable impact in over 30 countries. Rashmi Lamba, director, Rushes Inc., a filmmaker championing gender equality both on screen and in the industry. Sugandhi Balika, head geriatrics, Tata Trusts, a seasoned professional leading multi-stakeholder development programs. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a unique category, Men of Impact, recognizing men in business who have demonstrated their commitment to equality by supporting women leaders and advocating for inclusion. Manu Mayank, head Social Impact and Sustainability, Humana People to People India, has successfully improved the lives of more than 5 million women and their families by enabling them to overcome generational poverty. Nidhish Kumar Singh, DGM L&T Realty, with over 23 years of work experience in training, management, sales and marketing, he is at the helm of an equal opportunity organization. Ritesh Chopra, partner, chief operating officer and head of capability hubs, KPMG Global Services, a business head enabling women to advance their careers through re-entry and leadership programs. Rohit Pathak, CEO Birla Copper, Aditya Birla Group, actively working towards gender inclusivity in a male-dominated industry across roles and levels. Shubhajit Payne, Head of Education, Barefoot College International, creating new opportunities for women through inclusion in education. We are honored to present the first Viva 50, a community of some of the most accomplished women professionals and men who have actively supported women at work. This is just the beginning, and we hope to amplify more voices in the years to come.